I grew up watching Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman as a kid. I always dreamed of someday kind of building my own kaiju universe, my own kaiju characters. So Dawn of the Monsters was a perfect fit in video game form. Well, kaiju have a really commanding aesthetic presence. Like whenever a giant monster shows up on screen, it's really all you can focus on. And on top of that, kaiju are a really interesting way to discuss issues on the scale of society. Things like nuclear war, climate change, and natural disasters. For example, kaiju are a great tool to process these big ideas. So the best kaiju stories are both incredibly entertaining while also being edifying. So from the outset, we knew we had to include Tokyo in this game because Tokyo is like the number one city to be destroyed by giant monsters in the world. And we also knew that we wanted to include Toronto in this game since it's where our studio is based out of, and it's a city that rarely gets to be itself. It's always playing New York or somewhere else. So from there, we wanted to choose cities that wouldn't just have giant metropolises to destroy. So we looked at South America, and we chose Iguazu because it's a stunning natural beauty. The Iguazu Falls are quite beautiful, and it has a little bit more of that natural look to it, but we could still have the cities of the surrounding area included. And then we looked at Cairo, Egypt, and it has the same thing. It's got a mix of the city and then the natural beauty of the desert and ancient ruins that offer something unique and offer some visual variety between worlds. We also have a few staff members from Brazil that had visited Iguazu before, and my background, I have an Egyptian background, so I definitely wanted to see Cairo get destroyed by a kaiju. That's something I'd never seen before. My number one piece of advice is to experiment. Really try all of the different playable characters in different missions and with different augments. And if one of them doesn't click, try it again later. All of the 4 characters have their fans, and each one plays radically different from the other. For example, Ganira is a great starter kaiju since her ability to summon a crab minion can make it feel like you're playing co-op. Also, don't be afraid to try out the training grounds, check the manual, and really learn your monster's combos. Well, I'd like to think that Megadon would be a really big fan of Godzilla and that he'd bow and maybe he'd want to get an autograph. But given their temperament, I feel like they'd just start brawling and would probably destroy a couple cities in the process.